Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be taking you guys on how to achieve this kind of neckline. Okay, it's called a turtle neckline. You can see the way it's perfectly wrapping on my neck, the way it's hugging my neck very well. It's not tight on my neck, okay? It's actually loose. It's not that it's loose, but it's just firm, okay? And it's not like the other neckline you guys used to see. It's just perfect. So for this neckline, you're going to be using 3 and 2 for the cutting of the net, okay? Instead of 3 3, the normal 3 3 we normally do, for the front you're going to go with 3 and 2, okay? 3 and 2 for the down, while the back you're going to do 3 and 1. But remember, you're going to be doing 3 if your material is stretchy, okay? You do 3, but if the material is not stretchy, I will advise you use 2.5, 2.5 and 2 for the front, while the back will be 2.5 and half, okay? So just that. All right, so right now I'm going ahead to count to get the whole round measurement of that down. I'm done sewing the clothes, so I'm getting the round measurement of the top of the neckline, which I'm done with. Now we are going into the cutting. So guys, we are going to be making a flay. So I'll be folding the paper into 4. I'll fold it into 4, okay, and then fold it again like in a triangular shape. So I just think you guys would just look at what I'm doing and then get to do your own, okay? Because if I'm trying to explain this now, I don't know how to start explaining it. So you fold it into 4 and then fold again into a triangular shape. I want to reshape this paper because I will not be using the down part, so I'm cutting it off. I'll not be using that side, it's already mush. So I'm going to be folding this side that is on fold. The 2 sides that are on fold, I'll be folding it into a triangular shape, okay? So right now you can see that there are 2 that are on fold and then the other one also. So I think it should be a total of 8 pieces. If you count it, it should be a total of 8, okay? So right now I'm going to go into it. You're going to measure your round neck, okay? When you measure your round neck and then you also measure the down part of the neck, the clothes that you've sewn, okay? So the down part of the clothes I made was 15 and half. The total down part of it was 15 and half, and then my round neck is 13 and half. So you can see it, 13 and half, 15 and half. So which means the down part of this flay that we are making now is going to be 15 and half, while the upper part will be 13 and half. But you're going to add allowance, maybe 1 inches for sewing allowance. All right, I hope you guys understand. So after folding, the first thing you're going to do is to place your tape just like in the middle of that pattern paper. Then you mark where your tape started. Where you mark it, then you take after marking it, you take your tape up, okay, and then start marking that's on that same line. My own is 2 inches, so you also mark on that same line. You mark it round the, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but just take it round, then you measure it like this. Now I've measured it, okay. When you measure it, you plus it. Like for the first side, I have 1.7, just 2 inches away from 2, okay. Then I have to plus it. If you plus it, it's going to give you 3.5. 3.5 plus 3.5, okay, that's 7 for one side. Then that's 7 again plus 7, you see it's 14. You see it's 14. So we only have half inches for sewing allowance. Then I'm going to go ahead and get the down. If you still want to take it down, if your round neck is not up to that 13.5, then you can take that 2 inches down, maybe with extra 1 inches, okay. You can just easily take it down a bit and then measure it again. I hope you guys understand this because it's a bit tricky. I just hope you guys understand it. Then right here you can see me taking mine down a bit. Okay, you can see the way I did my own. So if you want to take yours down, you can just take it down maybe 1 inches or half or any amount you want. Then when you take it down, you also, anything you get on this first place now, you times it by the whole count of the paper. The paper is 8 now, is into 8 folds, so you count it by, you times it by 8. all right, to give you the actual measurement, the whole round of it, to know how many it is when you open it up. So from here now, I'm going to get 2 inches. I want the height of the turtleneck. That's it. Now if you want to do 2.5, you're free to. So I did 2 inches. All right, so I'm going to take the 2 inches round and then also shake the whole down of it. So you can see that from here now, I placed my tape on that one I brought down. So you're not placing your tape from the top anymore. Okay, you're placing your tape from this first line. Okay, from this line, that's where you're placing your tape. You're not going to place it from the top again. So right now I'm going to go ahead and count the down of that flay. I'm going to count the down now. All right, so after counting it, I'm also going to times it by how many paper I have there on fold. The paper is into 8, so I'm going to times it by 8 and then know if it's up to that 15.5 I have for the round of the neck. Okay, so if it's up to it, then you go ahead and cut on your fabric, but if it's not up to it, you reduce it again. Maybe when you open it up, you can just easily reduce the side, reduce it from the side. All right, so I would advise that you count down and wash this very well so that you will not get confused. All right, because it's a bit tricky here. I don't know if you guys are really understanding, but I hope you guys are understanding. So if it's too long, when you open it up, you can just go ahead and reduce from the side. Okay, because me, when I opened mine, it was too long, especially the down, so I had to reduce from the side. I had to just go ahead and reduce from the side. So this is what I have when I was done. So I have to just open it up and then reduce from the side. I'm going to go ahead and then cut on my fabric now. So guys, your fabric should be into 2 because you'll be turning with 1. Okay, one will serve as the lining while the other one is the main fabric. So right here now, this is what I have. This material I'm using is very stretchy. This net is very stretchy, so I'm going to go ahead and sew the round of the top, the first areas first. I'm going to sew it. If you want to top stitch, you can also top stitch, then make sure that you also close it up by the 2 sides, the 2 ends. Okay, so that is it. After sewing, then you sew on the other 2 edges to close it up. All right, if you want to top stitch, you're free to top stitch, but before top stitching, make sure that you give it a cut. So just small cuts. All right, and then again, always measure it. Okay, you wouldn't like a situation whereby you're done sewing and turning everything up and then it's not up to the neck or it's more than. So to avoid all those stuffs, just always measure. I'm done sewing it, so I had to remeasure again. So you can see me now, I went ahead to just give it a small cut so that it can relax. You know, this is flay, so if you don't cut it, it's not going to relax. So just give it a small cut, but do be careful so that you do not cut what you've sewn. I'm going to trim it off a bit. I don't want all the net showing, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it off a bit. All right, so if you still want to top stitch, you're totally free to. It's optional here. So if you want to top stitch, but me, I didn't top stitch mine. I had to leave it like that. So after this, now I'm going to close up the 2 edges and then sew it to the main fabric. So right here now I'm done sewing it. I'm going to fold it into two and then notch the middle. Okay, when you notch the middle, it's just for you to identify that this is the middle, and then you also get the middle of your fabric. Also get the middle and notch it as well. Then place the two middle together. You're going to sew first from behind. You place the flay behind this fabric, the main clothes. Sew from behind first. I will always advise sew from behind first, so that when you're making the front, it will be neat and you'll be seeing what you're doing. So sew from behind, that's the back, and then after sewing from that side, you come back. After you first of all sew this hole, sew it round. After sewing it round, you come back and close it up from the other side. So right here now you can see that I've gone ahead to sew the first stage, that's sewing it from the back to the front. I've gone ahead to sew it round. So now I'm going to close it up with the other side. Okay, I'm going to be sewing on the front now. Okay, I hope you guys understand. So please, if there is anything confusing you at all, because this tutorial I think is a bit tricky, if anything is confusing you, you can just drop your comment your question in the comment section. All right, so don't forget to subscribe, and then you're going to be sewing to this part. You're going to fold it, and then you'll be sewing it on that same edge. Fold the fabric and then sew on it. All right, so that will be it for this tutorial. I hope this tutorial was so helpful, and I hope you guys were not confused at any point. Please, well, if you were confused, you should just listen to it, maybe play it twice to really understand. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and cover this up, and that will be it. Then after covering it up, you can now add your hook and eye. So now I believe that with the knowledge of this, you can stop doing your turtleneck with a straight band. Okay, because that one with a straight band will not give you the perfect fit. This is the best fit for a turtleneck. If you want to do a bishop collar, that's when you will need that one that is straight. All right, I think maybe later I'll still do a tutorial on the bishop collar neck. So this one now, you're going to be adding your hook and eye both on the top and on the down. Okay, you'll be adding one up and down. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate. Thank you guys for watching. Hope this tutorial was very helpful. See you in my next video. Bye.